Hey, Jason. Welcome in, brother. Hello, Love and Light. Welcome in. Phoenix Rising. Welcome in. All right, we're going to start. I am free. I have always been. In just a moment. I'm great. How are you? This is the song that Spirit wants us to start off with today. So let's do that. I am free. I always have been.
Not a memory. Not an echo.
Hi, Ciara. Welcome.
This song emerges from the core of being.
Hi, Iron Gold. Welcome in, brother.
The place where chains dissolve, walls vanish.
Oh, so hard when you lose.
Remembers it was never imprisoned.
A fur baby.
Only veiled.
Sending you lots of love. Know that that dog is always going to be with you.
It carries no past tone. Only
just in
liberation
another dimension.
And vibration.
All dogs go to heaven. Remember that.
It sings not
true.
To fight for freedom, but to awaken the one who has always been free.
Oh, you're welcome, hon. And you know how you could bring him alive? Just close your eyes and think of your dog.
Do not hold on.
Think of how much love it had when it was here, and that it was a lucky dog to have you as its master.
A tone born not of struggle, but of knowing. Low, radiant.
Think about the good times
like
you had
flame
together.
Rising without resistance. I am not
Hi,
breaking
Irish.
free.
Hi, beautiful angel.
I am remembering I was never bound. Wait. Feel the truth rise, not as thought, but as knowing in the cells. You said, I must be free, and that was true, for belief.
Aww.
But what if freedom is not ahead? What if it lives beneath your head? Beneath your fear, your doubt, your name, the story you repeat again. No prison ever held you tight.
Hey, Steffi. Hey, beautiful.
It seems so bright. This need to fight, to flee, to win, when all along you were within. The bird does not.
I've been there, darling. It's hard. But like I said, just to know that dog is always there with you. Always. Just like any past loved ones. Any past loved ones are always with you. You keep them alive by your memories, by remembering them. Hey, Novi. Hi, beautiful.
Now you breathe without a dress. For freedom is not law or right. It is what remains when fear takes flight. Not war, not claim, not earned, not won, just remembered. I have always been the sun. Who sudden king, I knew later I am. Not chained, not far, not wrong. I have always been
green
the song.
light today for heart.
There. Sali Saira Kira Thurelo Ihara. No wall, no lock, no lie. I am free. I've always been Kwani, moving, ring, Sava, Kino, Sign. I am. Later Kwali, Saira, Sali, Relo, Elo. I am. Leno, Sali, Saira, Kira Thurelo Ihara. No wall, no lock, no lie. I am free.
Hello, Gina. Gina, welcome in. Welcome in, Sandra.
Kwani, Uve, Remu, Sava, Kino, Sign. I am. Later Kwali, Saira, Sali, Relo, Elo. I am. I am already free. Not reckless, not unaware, but beyond the need to guard. My light burns not because I tried, but because I stopped denying why. No gatekeeper holds my key.
That's right.
I never lost it, it's in me. And every time I say I can't, I bless the wound and let it pass. Like cloud across a sky so wide, the sun still shines, no need to hide. So walk without armor, speak without fear, love without asking, is this near? Let tears fall, let joy expand. You are not guarded, you are land of open field, of endless sky, where even silence dares reply. You were never taken, you were just dreaming. Now you wake and keep on streaming. Zaren Keenan, I knew later I am not chained, not far, not wrong. I have always been the
Hey,
song.
Flower Power, welcome in.
Leno, Shali, Saira, Kira, Therelo, Ihara. No wall, no lock, no
Hey, Brandy Rose.
I am free. I've always been.
Welcome in, beautiful angels.
Not last, not least, not lone. I am the fire, the flame, the throne. Now stop singing, stop holding. Just be the one who knows. I was never bound. Breathe in, whisper, silently, I am free. Breathe out, and I return. No proof needed, no battle required, just truth. You were never imprisoned, you were only dreaming, and now you remember.
And now we remember.
The song
That's right.
ends.
Hello, Emily.
Freedom
Welcome in.
remains,
See lots of new faces in here today.
radiant, unshackled.
Amazing. Thank you, Spirit, for that. Wow.
April
What a great
15th.
song to start our day with. All right. Ascension Music. We are the frequency. Oh, yeah. This is a beautiful song. Oracle Nomad. Oracle Nomad. If you do not follow Oracle Nomad, follow him. He's amazing. He's on TikTok. He is on all platforms. His music is very eye-opening, very talks to, right to your soul. Right to your soul. All right. Welcome in, everybody. It's already Wednesday. I can't even... Time is flying by. It's actually not time flying by. We learned that yesterday. It is us adjusting to the changes in the frequency of this planet. Our Schumann's sitting at 33 right now, which is lower than it has been, but we're still going through a lot of changes. Every time you see from top to bottom white is timeline changes or distortions. But yeah, it's 33 today. 33. All right, we're going to get into our cards. We got lots to talk about today. A few messages to bring through. Hi, Diana. Welcome in, beautiful angel. Just drinking my turmeric, ginger, cinnamon tea. It's so good. I add lemon to mine and a little bit of the 0-calorie sweetener. Hi, BX. Hi, beautiful angel. Grand Rising. All right. Our chakra wisdom today. Throat chakra, communication. I communicate openly and honestly to express my thoughts and feelings clearly. I share my inner knowledge freely with integrity and without fear. Yes. Oh, you're off work today? Oh, awesome. Hi, Trina. Hi, beautiful. I share my inner knowledge freely with integrity and without fear. My aim is to be fully understood by others. That's my aim, right? Our aim is always to be fully understood by others, but not everyone will understand us, of course, or understand. I am open to giving and receiving praise, and I will be careful not to talk excessively and make it all about me. I create space in my conversations for others to communicate with me. I inquire about others' thoughts and feelings, as listening to their truth can be uplifting. Yes. Beautiful. All right, our healing energy cards. What do they say to us? Courage. I am stronger than fear and bigger than doubt. I am light and I remain light. I trust in God and stand tall before the tests of life. I grow and become wiser through every challenge. I am a being of new life. Magic. Magic's playing. Yes, you have to believe you are magic. I mean, you don't have to, but it helps. Being true, I am true to myself and others. I remove my mask and stop creating illusions. I have confidence in who I am, and I reveal the good in me. I do not need to hide or prove anything. I replace shame with the power of love and truth. Yes. And joy. Like a child, I discover joy in the simplicity of life. Happiness lies in magical moments, not in the material. Yes, hi Trey, hi beautiful. Even the smallest joy is a great source of life. Yes. Ah, Diana, yes. One of my favorites. Absolutely one of my favorites. I believe she went to go do work on the other side for us. I believe she was an earth angel, just like us. Uh-huh. Bringing joy is a beautiful, beautiful thing. Absolutely. Joy, a three-letter word that means everything, right? To be in the state of joy. 963 hertz is the joy frequency. Here's our work your light. Priestess. Yes, how are you being called to step up and lead? I believe we're all being called to lead, and that is why you are in here. Council of Light says yes. They agree with me. Divine orchestration, helpers in the subtle realms. They are here to help. You can recognize who they are. I see Kuan Yin. I see El Moria. I see Yeshua. Mary Magdalene. Yes. Beautiful ascended masters. As each and every one of you carry certain aspects of the ascended masters, carry the energy, answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? Yeah. Answer the call. Oh, wow, flower power. Yeah. TikTok does that sometimes. What do we have to do? We have to be vigilant. Be vigilant and patient. Yes. Hi, Violet. Hi, beautiful angel. Here's our water cards. The sacred well, replenishment, self-care, giving from a place of plenty. never from a place of lack. Creating our dream life is prosperity. Immerse yourself, training, learning new hobbies and passions. Yes. And cleansing, releasing the old, energetic tune-up, new beginnings. Every second is a new beginning, a new now. Every choice we make in those new nows creates our reality. Every choice creates. Here's our crystal angel, and it's the apophyllite. Increased support, your positive focus and willingness to receive have opened the doorway to an abundance of help and opportunities. Yes, because we asked. Ask and you shall receive. Open those doorways. Here is our animal for the day. It's the kitty cat. Independent, you are a natural healer. Your intuition is strong. You don't have to go with the crowd. Life supports you in every way. This is called No Man's Land by Oracle Nomad. Again, he's on all platforms, Oracle Nomad. He's amazing. And his music will... Your cat runs out the house. Runs the house. Oh, yeah. Our Starseed Oracle says, surrender to the sweetness, Venus energy, pleasure, joy. Make love to life. Love your life. Love your life. For the love of dragons, as above, so below, we hold keys to both 5D and 3D. The Sun Stormer. That's a pretty card, isn't it? The Sun Stormer. Card 21. 21. The sun generates enough energy in one day to supply all the machines of the earth for 1,000 years. This is a planet of abundance. The radiance available to you each day can create opportunities, openings, and awareness that were not there the day before. All it takes is an appreciation of the abundance already provided for you. The earth turns on its axis without your help. The sun shines and makes energy for you to use without your influence or direction. Allow yourself to be filled with radiance and shine like the sun. This is how your own light defeats the dark. Yes. Allow yourself to feel that golden energy inside of you. We talk about this energy all the time. Hi, Sharon. Hi, beautiful. Hi, Amber. Welcome in, angels. Here is our awakened dreamer. Tilt your gaze skyward. Drop all worry about how to create a dreamier life. Tilt your gaze skyward and attune yourself to the wavelength of your oneness with God, Goddess, Creator, Dreamweaver Supreme. Become aware of how your spiritual magnetism attracts the most wonderful people, opportunities, and circumstances. Yes, absolutely. And here is our butterfly for the day. Very sunny, very yellow today. Very solar plexus energy. Today I dare to do something differently. Today I dare to do something differently. What are you going to do differently? And here is our first ascended master coming in, and it's Master Buddha. Increased awareness, deep connection, trusting your inner voice. Trusting your inner voice. Love it. Master Buddha. All right. Me too. Okay, we talked yesterday, and Spirit had me make a video on this also. There is something new for us today. Not a repetition, not an echo of yesterday's teachings, but a shift in your role. A shift in all our roles. Because we are all students here. We are all students, but we are also all teachers. As Val comes in. Hi, Val. Hi, beautiful angel. And Jules, hello. Welcome in, angels. We are all teachers here. We are a united Christ conscious collective. There is no leaders here. This is a team, and there is no I in team. Yes. Oh, wow. That sounds exciting, Infinite U77. Hi, Prodigy Girl. Hi, beautiful angel. Okay. We are all shifting our roles. We have spent many cycles receiving messages and codes and confirmations and remembrances. But now the field is responding differently to us. We are no longer being prepared. We are being positioned. Yes. We are being positioned. You guys can feel it. Infinite you obviously can feel it, right? What is changing? The energy around you is no longer asking, what do you need to learn? It is now asking, what are you ready to hold steady for others? This is why things may feel quieter, but heavier. Hi, April. Hi, beautiful angel. Less exciting, but more real. And less filled with new concepts, but more filled with presence. The deeper truth most do not yet see. The collective is entering a phase where information no longer awakens. Frequency does. And all of us, we are becoming a stabilizer of frequency, not a seeker of answers. Remember, we have all the answers. We all have answers. Turn the page. Turn the page is playing. Our specific role right now is not to chase the next message, not to search for something new, but to hold a clean, steady field. While others move through confusion, emotion, and release, this is what true grid work becomes. And this is what true flame keepers are. This is what it means to hold the flame. Grid work is sitting in your body without distortion, regulating your own nervous system, not reacting when others are chaotic, not reacting to chaos, becoming a living anchor point. A truth. There are moments now when our presence alone prevents fragmentation in the field around us. And we will not always see it. But others will feel calmer around you, clearer around you, and safer around you without knowing why. People will gravitate towards you. And all you have to do is hold the frequency of love. That's all you have to do. Okay. We are no longer walking toward the flame. We are standing as the flames. The question is no longer what is next. It is, can you remain steady even when nothing is happening? Or do you need to chase that next big thing? Because this is where mastery begins. There I go. Turn the page. If you feel the message is repeating, it is not because nothing new is coming. It is because you have reached the level where the teaching becomes embodiment. And embodiment always feels quieter, but deeper. Exactly, Infinite You, 77. Be that next big thing. Be that next big thing. It's all inside of you. Okay. Entering this quiet flame phase. There comes a moment on the path where everything that once felt loud, mystical, and activating becomes still. Yeah, hi Betty. Hi beautiful angel. Welcome in. Not because the magic is gone. Absolutely not. But because you have become the field it once needed to speak loudly into. Yes. What this phase is and what it is not. This is not disconnection or loss of gifts or nothing happening. This is integration, embodiment, and stabilization of your frequency. Your system is no longer seeking activation. It is learning how to hold power without distortion. Why does it feel quieter? Before your awakening came through, downloads, emotional surges, and visible synchronicities. Now it comes through stillness, subtle awarenesses, and grounded presence. Yes. I think a lot of us are, Diana, and I believe that is why Spirit is telling us this at this time. I'm learning right along with you, let me tell you. Because, a lot of us are going through this disconnection phase, like we feel like we're disconnected, but we're not. We are connecting more into ourselves. It is trusting. The flame is no longer trying to get your attention. It is trusting you to carry it. Yeah. We all have our days, Diana. We all have our days. And sometimes we need breaks. It happens because it's a lot to carry. What your body is doing right now. Yes, Trey, absolutely. Even if it doesn't feel like it, your body is recalibrating your nervous system, learning safety in stillness, and anchoring higher frequency into physical form. This is why you may feel more tired, more inward, and less on than usual. Yes. Oh, yes. This is not regression. This is deep wiring work. Yeah. Oh, yeah. She's been having problems with those dogs for a long time. With those people. I actually have loud dogs behind me, too. Yep. They keep their dogs in cages. There's 3 dogs. Not as many as her. She's got 10 dogs back there yip-yapping at all times. But yeah. Yeah, they have been a big problem for her. But she still continues to do the work. It's not easy. It really isn't. We talked about this yesterday, but we're doing a new form of grid work. It has changed. It's no longer about doing. It is about being calm when others are reactive, holding compassion without absorbing chaos, and staying centered when the world feels unstable. Grounding our energy when the dogs are barking. Right? That's what it's about. The other side is throwing things at us at all times. We have to be ready for it and to learn to not react to the chaos that they're throwing out. That's important. Again, this is for entertainment purposes only. This is our game, and this is how we play it. Staying centered when the world feels unstable. That is mastery, and not always easy. When we do this, we stabilize the field around us without effort, without force, without needing to prove anything. Right? A practice for this phase. The quiet flame practice. Sit still. Place one hand on your heart and breathe slowly. Say within, I do not need to reach for the flame. I am the flame, steady and present. Yes, do nothing else. Don't visualize. Don't force your energy. Just be. That is the most powerful thing you can do. Yes, Iron Gold, observe but don't absorb. Simply being, and when possible, project love, embody the love you feel. Yes. Yes, absolutely, it's real, Lynn. Dog is the opposite of God. Think about that. Dog is the opposite of God. It's just God spelled backwards. Okay. Do not worry why you don't feel as much. Do not worry that you lost something. You did not lose the connection. You became stable enough to no longer need intensity to feel it. Yes. Yep. All right. You are not falling asleep. You are not losing your light. You are learning how to hold it without it burning through you. And that, again, is mastery. That's mastery. Yes. Today's messages from Yeshua. Beloveds, you have been taught to seek me in light, in signs, in miracles. But I tell you now, I am most present where you choose love without being asked. Huge. Huge. Hi, star beings. Hi, beautiful. Hello, Teresa. Hi, beautiful angels. I am most present where you choose love without being asked. There is a new path opening in the collective, not the path of awakening, but the path of embodied compassion under pressure. You will begin to notice moments where you could react, but don't. Yes. Moments where you could speak, but choose to be silent. Moments where you could withdraw, but stay open. These are not small things. These are Christed activations in form. Do not overlook them. Yes. Hi, Chris. Hi, beautiful angel. Well, hi, Jill. Welcome in, beautiful angel. Yeah, these are what Christed activations in form look like. Look like. When you hold your tongue. From Archangel Michael. He says, stand, not in battle, but in clarity. The collective is entering a phase of blurred truths, emotional projections, and spiritual confusion. Your role is not to fight it. Your role is to see clearly without becoming entangled. Cut cords, not with force, but with non-participation. There is power in what you refuse to engage in. Yes. From Kuan Yin. She says softness is not weakness, it is precision. Many are trying to hold frequency by becoming rigid, but true balance now comes from allowing emotion without drowning in it. Allowing others their path without needing to fix it. We can't fix others, we can only fix ourselves. Compassion is not rescuing, it is witnessing with an open heart. Yes. From Toth. You have entered a corridor of pattern recognition. Watch closely now. You will begin to see repeated behaviors across different people. The same lessons appearing in new forms and cycles completing in subtle ways. This is not coincidence. This is unraveling of loops. The key is not reaction. The key is recognition without re-entering. From the Council of Light, you are not behind, you are not late, you are not missing anything. What is occurring now is a sorting of frequency. Ha. Sorting of frequency. What does that sound like? Are we in Hogwarts? Force Fairy talks about this sorting. Those who chase intensity and those who stabilize into presence. Neither is judged, but they lead to very different timelines. Again, this is important, guys. Those who chase intensity and those who stabilize into presence. This is a choice you're making. Neither is judged, but they lead to very different timelines. Exactly, Trina. I'm going to be with those who stabilize into presence. That is my journey. Okay. So we are not here to chase energy anymore. We are here to hold it steady. We are not here to prove our light. We are here to remain it. When it's quiet, when it's tested, when no one sees, that is when it is shifting. All right, we do have a message from the Dragon Collective also. We do not come to inspire you. We come to stabilize you. You have entered a field where many are amplifying emotion, amplifying fear, amplifying illusion, and some of you expected more light would come to meet it, but that is not what is occurring. What is actually happening? The higher frequencies are not increasing in volume. They are increasing in density. This means less rush, less high, less dramatic activation, and more pressure presence, and truth that cannot be bypassed. Why do you feel different? Some of you are asking, why does it feel heavier? Even though I know I've grown. We answer, because you are no longer touching the flame. You are holding it. You're holding the flame. The old way was seek, activate, and expand. The current way is hold, endure, and remain. A truth most are not ready for. Power without intensity feels like nothing. So many will leave this phase thinking they've lost their connection. Something is wrong. The energy is gone. But the ones who stay, the ones who do not run back to noise, become unshakable. Absolutely. Your roles in the collective field, you are not here to fix the storm. You are here to become the place where the storm cannot enter. That is so true. The place where the storm cannot enter. No longer fazed by whatever circumstances are going on around you. Do not react. Do not collapse. Do not chase. You create a field of coherence that others unconsciously align to. This is dragon work. Not seen, not praised, but deeply effective. You are overreaching for things you have already integrated. Simplify things. Return to breath, body, stillness, and awareness. Strip away the excess. What remains is your true flame. You do not need more fire. You need to learn how not to extinguish the fire you already carry. And final word from the dragons, we are not closer to you now than before. You are simply quiet enough to feel us without distortion. And that is the beginning of real communion. Yes. Now, this is something we may not know about spiritual growth. Spiritual growth does not move in an upward line. It moves in subtraction. So what that actually means, you've been taught growth looks like gaining abilities, becoming more light, feeling more connected, expanding endlessly. But at a certain point, growth becomes losing identities, losing emotional reactions, losing the need to understand everything, and losing the version of yourself that needed to feel spiritual. The part that no one talks about, there is a stage where you no longer feel activated, high vibe, or spiritually charged, and instead you feel neutral, steady, almost ordinary. Most people think I've lost it, but the truth is you've stabilized it. That's the truth. There is a moment in growth where your system asks, can you remain in your truth without emotional reward? Not without validation, without signs, without the feeling of being special, just steady presence. Another truth, and this one may surprise you. Your intuition becomes quieter as it becomes more active and accurate. Early on, intuition feels loud, exciting, and obvious. Later, it feels like a simple knowing, a calm decision, a thought that doesn't argue. So subtle, many miss it. Your intuition is your connection to your higher self, but once you're connected to your higher self, your intuition is just your everyday thought. What's happening in your body as you grow? Your nervous system is being trained to hold more energy without reacting, stay regulated in uncertainty, and not seek stimulation to feel alive. This is why growth can feel like boredom, stillness, or even emptiness. But it's not emptiness, it's capacity. Yes, hi, Brother Michael. Welcome in. The deepest truth for us, we have reached a level where growth is no longer about becoming something new. It is about removing everything that interferes with what you already are. Yes. A final piece most never hear. At advanced stages, spiritual growth becomes invisible. No one claps, no big moments, no dramatic shifts, just choosing peace when you could react. Choosing truth when it's uncomfortable, and staying grounded when others spiral. Quiet decisions that change everything. You are not here to become more spiritual. You are here to become so stable that truth can live through you without distortion. Okay? So, wow. Yeah. Pretty amazing. Okay. Archangel Michael wants to talk about anchoring in the divine heart. This is a channel by Celia Fenn. Celia Fenn. Beloved ones, right now you are living in a time of great chaos as the old energies collapse and the new is being seeded. Right? Many people are feeling very lost, as if their identity and purpose have shifted so much that they feel disconnected and a bit lost. Well, in many ways, this is true. The big shift means that the ascension timeline is now completed, and you are moving across to the new earth time spiral, where life and manifestation are quite different. Unfortunately, there are dark forces that are trying to take advantage of this chaos to set up their own new timelines that aim to capture and enslave humanity. Do not enter these timelines. If it feels wrong to you, it is wrong. You are meant to be free and sovereign beings. You are meant to create freedom and joy on this garden planet. So many people are feeling ill at ease in themselves and in their community. This is because they no longer fit any of the old timelines, and they have not yet been able to find the right time spiral for them. Beloveds, the place you need to land and anchor is within your own heart and the divine heart of love. As I have taught you with the divine human template, your heart is the center of your being and the seat of your soul in the new earth. When you anchor in the divine human template and within your own heart, you will automatically connect with the divine heart and the quantum field of love. You will find home within yourself and know that it has been there all along. Find the peace and find the center. Know that all is well. Beautiful message. Thank you for that, Archangel Michael. All right. One who serves in Shoshana. We have some soul whispers, which I'm going to talk about. Soul whispers are like quiet little tidbits of wisdom. You do not need to chase higher states of awareness. They emerge when resistance dissolves. The more you release control, fear, and attachment to how things should be, the more naturally your state begins to rise. Ascension is not achieved, it is allowed. It is what remains when what is false is no longer held in place. Absolutely. Let go of all that is false. Potential. Expansion does not always feel like growth. It feels like loss. We just talked about this. This is just a confirmation. Old identities, relationships, and ways of being begin to fall away, leaving space that can feel unfamiliar or empty. However, that space is not absence. It is potential. What you are becoming requires room to form, and what falls away was never meant to carry you further. Yes. And observing reality. We just talked about this too. More confirmation. There is a difference between observing reality and being pulled into it. As you awaken, that space becomes more accessible. You can witness without absorbing, engage without losing yourself. This is where true stability forms. Not from controlling the external, but from no longer being internally moved by everything that happens within it. That's exactly correct. Thank you for that. I didn't see that. Holly Berry 2026, thank you, darling. And welcome to the Butterfly Sanctuary. Let's talk about one who serves and Shoshana. Portal Mountain. Two channelers on this one, James and Joanna McConnell. Oh, you guys are going to recognize this because this is from the Sophia Code. I knew as soon as I seen it, which we are going to be reading in here starting May 1st. So if you have the Sophia Code book, you will be asked if you want to come up and read with us, and we are going to read the Sophia Code cover to cover. All right. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om. Om. Greetings to you, one who serves here. And Shoshana is here, and we are ready to assist you with your questions if you have them. Would there be a question here for Oz and Shoshana? Yes. Yes, I have a question. I found out there's a place called Secret Mountain in Sedona, Arizona. Is it true there are portals there that allow you to walk through rock? And if yes, can you tell us exactly where it is and where the portal goes to? Wow, this is going to be interesting. Thank you for this, Spirit. Ha. They say, as you know, dear one, we cannot tell you how to proceed, but we can tell you that if you wish to proceed in your endeavor, in your journey here, there is indeed what you are saying there, but only for those who are ready for it. Only for those that have the eyes to see and the ears to hear. So if you find yourself journeying there, then know that indeed there are portals, gateways, vortexes of energy that many people prior to your going there have experienced before. And this is where the stories, the myths, all of this come from. For there it is indeed those portals that are there for those who are ready to experience them. But you must have the belief in going there and knowing that there is that access for you if you believe it is there. As we say, we cannot give you location, but there are those there are, even as we find it, maps that have been drawn by those who have experienced this. and they can lead you to these places. Yes. I had a dream once about the portal at Mayaka State Park. And I was shown that only certain frequencies could see the entrance to the portal. It's like holographic entrance that only those with the right frequency can see it. But these things are all over our planet. And I believe people are finding those portals too. Okay. I don't want to get into that question. That is political, and I'm not getting into politics. All I will say about politics is the big T guy, he is here to cause chaos. He is a chaos bringer. That is his mission here, and he is doing a dang good job of it. That's all I have to say about that. It is neither black nor white. I believe he is gray, and he is a chaos bringer. Other than that, I have nothing to say about politics. And again, if this doesn't resonate with you, just leave it. Okay. Okay, I don't want to talk about that. Okay. Okay. What do you wish for your native land? Our native land. The first word that comes to mind is peace and love. Ahaha. Peace and love are the first two words on the peace, love, unity, and respect, right? This is being brought up a lot. Peace and love and balance and none of this awful stuff that's been going on that we're being made more aware of in U.S. and other places as well. And they say, we will offer this to you. The matrix is the matrix. That's right. It is not all about the USA. It is the thing that you are focused on. So you must, if you wish for change, if you wish for a different reality, you must focus on that. That is what the conversation was today. And as long as those that are focused on the third dimensional chaos, that will be the reality you see. We have to stop. But this is why we are being asked to go inward when we are doing our grid work. Because when we're seeing the chaos, we're bringing more chaos. If we go inward where we are balanced and non-reactive, that is what we're going to get back. Balance and non-reaction. So that is the whole reason why we don't push our energy out anymore. We bring our energy in. The more of us that are bringing our energy into our heart centers, where our kingdom is, the more this planet's going to stabilize, because we're no longer giving energy to the things that we can't say we're trying to heal something without putting that in our minds. That is why we need to go inward. Right. And that is 5D thought. That is 5D thought. Ha! Who would have known? We just had to go inward. So, no longer focus on outward, focus on inward. So we know you, we know your abilities, we know that you are capable of shifting your reality, and you have many times. So we ask that you refocus yourself on the reality you wish to live. And don't focus on what's going on outside of you. When we do grid work, we're going to go inward instead of outward from now on. I didn't know. I mean, I'm learning, like I said, like I say always in here, I'm learning right along with you. And that means we are going to make mistakes. But that's okay, because Spirit is going to correct us and to show us what we're doing, right? Patience is a virtue. Patience is a virtue. We're learning. We're all learning. We're all students and we're all teachers. Okay. Here's another question. This person had an actual close encounter with her galactic family. And she says, that's why I was interested in contacting her. And during the reading, she brought up all on her own that in the next advance, Ancient Awakenings, formerly called a retreat, coming up, that at the advance, we were going to have a contact or a sighting. We believe that your question is, will this come to pass, or is her reading accurate? We will tell you that indeed the potential and possibility of this is certainly quite high. And that will be because of the content, but also the vibrational frequency that is raised within that particular upcoming advance. September 2026 is what they're talking about. That you are speaking of here, the one that is already in the works of being brought about. And at that particular advance, just like each one prior to it, there will be indeed an advancement from the ones previous. So the vibrational frequency will be quite high, and it will be associated with those of your brothers and sisters from the stars, and that will be a theme, you might say, that can be utilized at that particular advance. And if that is so, if that is the theme or part of it, then indeed what you are describing here in terms of contact or sighting is very, very possible and very, very probable as we are looking at this. So it depends, though, again, on the frequency that is reached. It depends on the intent of this particular advance coming forward. And it depends on those who are ready to make themselves known in a way that will be for those of you that have the eyes to see and the ears to hear. And they say, we will say that believing is seeing. We will just say that. And if you wish for this to come about, you must strengthen your belief. You must harden your belief into reality. And so we would ask that. And we do not know what your process is, but we will ask that each night that you lay down to sleep, that you imagine this happening. That you imagine those that you call your galactic family come to greet you. Those that are living inside the orb come to greet you and to meet you and to invite you, if you wish, into the orb of light. We ask that you begin this process in your imagination and that you begin this as a repetitive idea as you sleep. That you could then create this info into your physical reality. That is what we suggest. Yes. Oh, wow, Excalibur. That's amazing. And we would say for you to consider the past advances that you have had and were there. Was there not contact or sightings, you might say, in those? So you have already had this. So in this case, that seeing is believing. Because you have believed and then you saw. And now you see and believe as well, which will create more of the believing is seeing moment. Okay. So, they ask if there's any more question, and she just says, I just want to extend my gratefulness for my spiritual team. When's the last time you thanked your spiritual team, guys? I thank mine all the time. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, team, for bringing me here where I am on my journey. Thank you for helping me understand, right? Take a moment and, if you choose, extend your gratefulness to your spiritual team. Sometimes we get in spiritual battles. Last few months, without knowing it, she was in a spiritual battle and she just wanted to extend her gratefulness for all the support, all the help, and for making it this far. And then I look forward to serving with my team in the coming days. Yes, we look forward to serving with our teams, right? There is always a great amount of vibration and frequency in being grateful. And being grateful extends upon all of humanity. And that is what this one wished to convey. All right. No further questions, but they do have a parting message. We will say that the track has been laid. The path has been laid. The ideas abound. Now you must live them. Namaste. Very good. And we will say to take what has been given here this day from Yeshua and know that indeed you are that Christ consciousness walking at this point. And begin to feel and know and understand yourself as that Christ consciousness. And the more that you do, that the more that you will then be able to not only be that Christ consciousness, but be able to share it to those who are ready. Shanti, peace be with you. Be the one. Be the one. That's the final word. Be the one. The one who serves. Yes. We are service to others. That is what makes us who we are. The beings that we are. Service to others. By going inside, right? By going inside. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Mama Yaya. Thank you, Chris. Thank you all for the gifts and the love and the likes. He's on the path. He's just not spiritual. Wow. Exactly. You can only keep what you give away. Exactly. Every time I've ever given anything, I've always got it back tenfold or more. It's crazy. Every time. Also, if we have any new people in here, if you'd like to be on our butterfly, because it's like an energetic gathering, the butterfly is. That's what Spirit has told me. So if you'd like to be on that butterfly, and that just means when you can't make class, that your energy is still in the room with us as we create our beautiful 5D experiences. Our abundance, our peace, love, unity, respect, 5D experience. So if you'd like to be on that butterfly, just tell me your favorite rainbow color. Your favorite rainbow color. And I will put you on the butterfly with us all. If you're new here. Other than that, we have 2 minutes till snaps. Till we do our grid work. Remember, when you're doing your grid work today, go inward. Go inward. No longer thinking about the chaos that's going on in the world. We're going to think about going inward and the calmness that we have in our hearts. So that is what is multiplied and goes out into the world. If we go inward. That's right. We can put a stop to what's going on halfway across the world. We can put a stop to it. Believing is seeing, and we hold the power to do so by holding our own By holding our own pillars, we hold the power to do so. Yeah. Thank you, Mama Yaya, for posting a highlight. That's so cool. I didn't even know you guys could do that till the other day when Mama Yaya did it. I'm like, that's so cool. We can change it. We certainly can. I don't know who Handsome Man is, but this is a class, darling. Except for the golden grid kisses, right? We're going to bring that golden energy into our hearts. Instead of putting it out from our hearts, we're going to bring it into our hearts. All right, here we go. Snap, snap, snap. Okay, this is our butterfly, and we're all on here. And we work together and empower each other. And we work with our past loved ones also. They're always with us. Anytime we think of them, they're with us. And this is us. We're holding hands, and we have our halo technology lit up. We are all connected to source energy. We are the golden butterflies. We work with earth, air, fire, water, and ether because we are alchemists. We go from 2 strands to 12 strand and beyond in our DNA. And this is also our room. And this shows us that we're watched over and guided and protected, and Stephanie did that for us. A little toothless that Kat did for us, and we go through this door in order to become the butterfly. Yes, we go through this door to become the butterfly. This was from Maya. And this is Forest Fairy's work, and this is the dragon energy, the priest, the pan, the joker, the mother goose, the XOXO. We are come here as our higher selves. We go down rabbit holes in order to heal them and transmute them. We are magical and Magdalenes, and we move timelines just by holding our frequencies. Yes, absolutely. We are the unicorns, the rainbow butterflies. This is our daily armor of God. So today we rise in light, and today we walk as flame. We put on the helmet of truth. Our minds are clear. We wear the breastplate of light. Our hearts are pure. We lift the shield of faith. No shadow may enter. We move mountains just like Yeshua told us we would. Here's a big old lucky hug for everyone in here, creating and empowering yourself. Yes, we wield the sword of spirit. Our voice is power. We stand in the shoes of peace. We walk with purpose. Our grid is sealed. Our flame is online, and our codex is alive. We are the love. We are the light. We are the truth. We are. Peace, love, unity, and respect is 5D Earth. And that is what we are anchoring onto this planet. And here's our healing chain. And all these people and places have asked us to connect our energy with theirs so that they can heal themselves. So however you do that, with light language, with Reiki, with crystal healing, or with prayer. So I'm going to call in Archangel Raphael and have him connect his energy to all these beautiful people. And we are going to send them love, light, and healing energy now. Miasatosh koros priyata makorosiata. Miasatosh koros priyata makorosiata. Miasatosh koros priyata makorosiata. All right. Here is our rainbow butterfly dream catcher. So if you are working in the dream state, which you all do, and if you are remote viewing, take this with you, but also take your dragon and remember to shield your energy. We don't want you coming back with bumps and bruises and scratches. And we certainly don't want to give the creator and giver of this beautiful energy any bumps, bruises, and scratches. So that is why we bring our dragon and we shield our energy. Okay, let's go ahead and do our Aurelian Arc energy work. Like I said, it's going to be a little different today and going forward. So we're going to picture that beautiful golden arc of energy around the earth. This time we're going to focus on the energy in our hearts, that golden energy in our hearts, and pull from this golden energy arc into our hearts. Bring it the opposite direction. Bring it into our hearts and focus on anchoring the frequency of the golden light inside of us. And anchoring that beautiful golden light. Because when we anchor that golden light inside of us, it radiates outward. All right, and just hold that thought. Okay, beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you for that, because when we are healed, we can heal the world. That's right. When we are healed, we can heal the world. Okay. We're going to get into Sylvia Brown, Life on the Other Side, A Psychic's Toward the Afterlife. This is first person, so I'm talking as her. We're learning about the different chart descriptions that you can have, that you can choose from. Life themes, the 44 life themes, and secondary themes. So if it resonates with you, then that might be part of your life theme that you chose before you got here. So we're going to go on from there. I think we're going to finish today. Maybe. Okay. Persecution is the next one. So the persecuted spend their lives in a tense, perpetual cringe against the next blow, the next crisis, the next disaster. Sure that there's always a heat-seeking missile of bad luck lurking with their name on it, about to hit its mark. They avoid happiness because they're convinced it will be taken away from them the moment they start to become accustomed to it. And it's sadly easy for them to actually embrace misfortune as their most reliable comfort zone. Learning to rise above the theme of persecution and start demanding genuine happiness despite the risk of disappointment can provide the spirit with greatly accelerated advancement. Thank you, Steffi, for the hand hearts. Persecutor. Like dark entities, persecutors are self-justifying, remorseless sociopaths. But unlike dark entities, persecutors do not go through the left door and immediately recycle. They enter from and return to the other side, choosing this arduous theme for one and only one incarnation for the eventual purpose of inducing progress in the legal system, the judicial system, social and moral consciousness, and ultimately a more enlightened humanity. Wow. They basically come in dark to turn light, to turn it light. Interesting. Poverty. The poverty theme doesn't necessarily have anything to do with an absence of money and material possessions. True, it is most apparent in third world countries, but it can manifest itself in anyone, no matter how affluent, who maintains a constant attitude of deprivation. While it's obviously a very difficult theme at its extreme, its ultimate triumph is an awareness of not just the hope, but the promise of eternity, and the absolute belief that even the most impoverished will soon be some of the wealthiest residents of home again. Yeah. Psychic. Despite evidence to the contrary, my theme is not psychic. In my case, the psychic gift is one of the vehicles by which I'm able to carry out my humanitarian theme. Those with the psychic theme typically face enormous disapproval and are accused of being mentally disturbed as children when their abilities begin to manifest themselves. And their two biggest hurdles are learning to use their gifts to better the human condition rather than scam or manipulate, and remembering that the credit for the help they offer belongs to God, not to them. Yeah. Rejection. The choice of a rejection theme often includes the choice of a childhood in which estrangement or abandonment will play a major role, followed by a tendency to attract a series of friendships and love relationships in which those same qualities are a constant threat. Hard as this theme can be, there should be comfort in knowing that the rejection is not some random, involuntary affliction, but is actually a self-imposed theme for the purpose of discovering that when the soul cherishes its own identity as God's child, rejection in this world becomes more and more meaningless. Yes. Rescuer. Rescuers are driven to rush to the aid of anyone they perceive to be a victim. They are drawn towards weakness and helplessness and excel in a crisis. And because of that, they can easily be taken advantage of by those who enjoy the attention of someone rushing to their side at the first hint of drama. Rescuers can be very selfless heroes in society, but they need to learn to discriminate between a real crisis and an imagined one, and to know that they have great value even when they're not on a rescue mission. Responsibility. The concept of responsibility for those with this theme have nothing to do with a burden and everything to do with an actual emotional requirement. They're at their happiest when they're tackling and completing projects, and it's very difficult for them to ignore anything that needs to be done, whether it's their job to do it or not. Their challenge is in controlling the stress that comes from being in constant search of something to accomplish, and in understanding when it's time to step back and let other people share in the gratification of taking on responsibilities. Spirituality. The spirituality theme drives a relentless search for spiritual peace of mind and constant access to the feeling of being directly connected to God. Some make a career of this search as spiritualists, as speakers, as writers, or as theologians who see religion and spirituality as synonyms. In looking for answers, those with the spirituality theme discover more and more questions, which makes the search both exhilarating and endless. When the spirituality theme is expressed at its unselfish best, it inspires, informs, and stimulates those who come in contact with it. In its worst extreme, though, it can create self-centeredness, superiority, and a judgmental attitude toward other people's beliefs that contradicts the basic premise the spirituality theme intends. Think about that. There's a lot of teachers out there that are like, it's my way or the highway, right? They're like, I am absolutely 100% correct, and if you don't believe me, get out, right? I'm not like that. I'm like, you all are on your own journey. I am on my journey. If it resonates with you, take it. If it doesn't, leave it, right? Look out for those type of people because they can be harmful. Okay? So just look out for those people. Oh, yeah. We could all be wrong. Exactly. There is no perfect being. I believe there is no perfect human. We are all perfectly imperfect, and that is what makes us beautiful. And heck, I make mistakes. We all make mistakes, right? So, and we live and we learn, and that is what makes life beautiful. Living and learning from it. Okay, survival. Those who choose a survival theme are choosing to approach their lifetime as one long endurance test, in which potential threats lurk around every corner, and they've been somehow singled out to deal with a non-stop series of crises that other people perceive as just normal everyday challenges. They lack the sense of humor, particularly about themselves, that could spare them and the people around them a lot of the melodrama with which they approach their every waking hour. They do themselves a great service when they finally stop devoting all their energy to defending their lives and put that same energy into living their lives. Yes. Interesting, star being. Interesting that you say neurodivergence. Temperance. The temperance theme might imply an innate disinterest in anything that's even potentially addictive. Actually, though, those whose theme is temperance is typically conscious of a potential addiction to a substance, a lifestyle, sex, money, a person, a career that they have to constantly work against giving into. They can be great inspirations in their refusal to fall victim to their vulnerability. But at their extreme, they can become psychotically repelled by whatever they're afraid of being drawn toward. And they can also slide into severe snobbishness against anyone who doesn't show the same temperance they manage to maintain. Yep. Tolerance. When tolerance is exercised discriminately, it can be a wonderfully powerful theme as an example to society. What those with a tolerance theme have to guard against is a natural tendency to tolerate as much of life as possible, including the intolerable and unacceptable. If the stress of trying to be universally tolerant becomes too great, those who haven't learned to be selective will often resort to isolating themselves as a way of diminishing the variety of options they expect themselves to put up with. In other words, even a theme as seemingly productive as tolerance is only at its most valuable when it's used with moderation. Victim. The victim theme is chosen only by the most highly advanced spirits, since they devote their incarnation to sacrificing themselves for the betterment of humankind. They are the abuse and murder victims, especially children, the targets of hate crimes, the Holocaust casualties and survivors, who live with those unspeakable memories, wrongly convicted and or executed felons, anyone whose innocent misfortune shines a spotlight on any and all forms of social inadequacy and injustice. As heartbreaking as these victims' lives seem to be, not for one moment are they wasted. And in fact, they live on as brilliant inspirations for the residents of both Earth and the other side. Yes, no matter what happens, always look at the bigger picture. That's a huge lesson that I had to learn. Huge lesson that I had to learn. Victimizer. Victimizers are here for the sole purpose of collecting anyone and everyone over whom they can gain complete control. Not out of a misguided belief that it will improve the lives of their victims, but out of a voracious need to see proof of their own absolute power, hollow and destructive as it is. They're most often the pathologically controlling spouse or lover, the fanatically overzealous parent, the stalker, the felonious harasser, or the abusive boss. What victimizers subconsciously realize but ferociously ignore is that power over those who have no options is no power at all, and that there is far greater power in keeping someone around, because given all the freedom in the world to make choices, they're exactly where they want to be. We have two more. Warrior. Those who opt for a warrior theme become the heroes who step up with anonymous courage to go where they're needed and join in the front lines of the challenge at hand. There are firefighters, paramedics, and honest police officers, are astronauts, pioneers, explorers, teachers, and researchers, are volunteers in the wars against crime, drugs, natural disasters, team violence, hunger, and homelessness, are soldiers ready to protect peace and equality throughout the world. In general, are risk takers whose devotion will always be more apparent than their individual identities. Unfocused, the fearless aggression of the warrior can become destructive. But when it directs that aggression on the peace, safety, expansion, and healing of the global and universal communities, the warrior theme can make history. And winner. While those with a winner theme don't always win, they always maintain an overwhelming compulsion to win. Eternal and sometimes unrealistic optimists. They can develop instant amnesia about any loss and convince themselves that the next relationship, the next job, the next lottery ticket, the next spin of the roulette wheel, the next phone call, the next horse race, the next marriage, even the next child will be the one that's going to finally bring them lifelong happiness and security. Their talent for quickly recovering from failure and moving on with the same confidence they had before can be inspiring. But their talent for avoiding introspection and discipline and ignoring every bird in the hand on the off chance that there might be two in the bush can make them desperate, dependent, and vulnerable to every empty promise that comes their way. Gullible. Being gullible. All right, that is the end of the book, but I want to show you one more thing from this book. These are pictures, so I'll show you some pictures. So it says, when the idea for this book first began to take shape, I asked two of my wonderfully artistic Novus Spiritus ministers, Christina and Kirk Simons, if they would collaborate with me and with Francine through trance to enhance my descriptions of the other side with drawings of sights that will greet us at the front door when we return home. As you'll see in the following pages, they not only accepted my invitation, they created beauty so accurate that it whispered a longing familiarity deep in my soul. Still another reminder that we all came here from that divine place, and we will all go there again. I hope these drawings bring you the same comfort and peace they continue to bring me. So, here we go. This is the scanning machine. This may bring up memories also. This is the scanning machine. This is the orientation center. The orientation center. This is the towers. The Hall of Wisdom. The Hall of Records. That reminds me of the Akashic. That reminds me of the Akashic Library. Yep. And the gardens. The gardens. There's crystal in that there gardens. And a bridge. Beautiful. Hi, Jules. Hi, darling. And this book was right there. Sylvia Browne, Life on the Other Side, A Psychic Story of the Afterlife. And thank you, Sylvia Browne. Thank you, Spirit, for guiding us to that book, for all the beautiful wisdom, knowledge that we received from that book. All right. That's class for the day. Oh, my goodness. You sent 300 comments to my live? Holy moly. That's a lot of comments. All right. If anyone would like to come up, it is share time. And I'm going to get our song up. The Song of Orion. The base song for the 8th chakra is the Song of Orion. Yes. Oh, yes, Alicia. We would love to have you up, darling. Okay, there you go.
Beautiful butterfly sanctuary. How are you today? Much love and light. In regards to your cards, I'm being guided to share this message as well with Ashiana Dean's principle of like connecting to the Buddhic mind and past that aspect. So here goes. Presently, the greatest threat to our global well-being is not the UIR itself, but rather our amnesia and resulting ignorance as to how to handle ourselves effectively. If we all sit around and wait for the first contact mass landing to occur to prove to us that our ET visitors are real, by then know it is too late to do anything other than seek out the nearest Guardian's evacuation team. If the first mass contact drama does not take place, as the UIR present intended, anywhere between 2002 to 2005, they will have already gained full controls of Earth portals and will be able to initiate pole shift presently when desired via the Nibiru battleship, the crystalline installation beneath Stonehenge in England, and the global network of subterranean bases located around the planet. Prevention is the only way to solve this drama peacefully before it goes any further. If the UIR movement has its way, the illusion of peace on Earth will be maintained until they have their photosonic beam ship fleets in position, clothed within the lower dimension 4 frequency band, as many are already. Their fleets will be positioned over numerous secondary target sites and 24 primary target sites. Earth 12 primary target gate signet sites, and they correspond to the 12 Templar Q site. This activation sites for the corresponding stargates. Once fleets are positioned progressively, instigation and amplification of conflict and regional war amongst human nations will be further implemented via psychotronic technology, a process of scalar impulsing that has already begun. Bosnia was the first mass experimental test run, and several others tests have been already initiated in China, the Middle East, Russia, and the USA. As ET remains a hidden potential to the mass, instances of Mother Mary, Jesus, Buddha, and holy figures, holographic insertion, association, crying statues and painting, and related divine phenomena would progressively appear to groups of humans who are mentally ensnared in both traditional and new age religion dogmas, promoting reassurance that God's chosen one will be saved in the great cleansings of tribulation. Should I continue?
Go ahead.
Oh, they told me to read it, at least that. So thank you, Divine, for that. Thank you, Guardians. If the UIR and the puppet operatives among the human Illuminatis are permitted to continue with their plan, certain hybrid target viruses will be released among selected population to reduce the number of races considered by the fallen angelics to be expanded. The AIDS virus was simply an experimental test run, originally by the Draco agenda radicalized Zeta races via that their human pawn within the Illuminati World Management Team Interior World Government. The chemical seeding known as the chemtrails phenomenon is part of this plan, as certain chemicals that will facilitate the activation of the virus once it is released are presently being imbued into the local atmosphere in the target locations.
This is from Voyagers, right?
Yeah, this is from
Voyagers
Voyager.
2.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
Yeah.
basically telling us it's an attack
Yeah.
on our bioenergetic fields within
Yeah.
our rainbow fields, and we have to see past the illusion or the holographic projections because
Yeah.
to me, in understanding like the purpose of the divine guardians, we have to ground and maintain the pole shifts. So in order to maintain the pole shifts, it's like decluttering the frequency fences and all these hidden agendas that, I always say to myself, what is hidden in the dark must come to the light. Even the night is beautiful because it lights up with stars. So everything that has been going on undercover has to come to surface now, because the new world or the golden age is about retaining balance and peace and true harmony from within, such as honoring your divine masculine and divine feminine energies within all chakras or all azurite points. That was one of the divine message I got when I was divinely awakening in this lifetime as well. Is balance. Balance is the key. Understand your polarity shifts, because there's nothing external coming to get you, in a sense that, hey, can you control your light and your darker aspect? You have to declutter from within. You have to merge it and balance to go from the shadow aspect to your authentic, organic Christo Sophia blueprint, which exists on your physical, mental, emotional, astral, and etheric blueprint templates. This is what Divine mentioned to me, and it is a universal message to all of us, because to me, I see it's an attack basically on our bioenergetic fields, whether it's the mental plane we are dealing, the astral plane, or even the physical plane. So we have to balance that with the rainbow frequency or the Maharata shields, the polaric shield, the Akashic shields. And these are shields of divine organic Christo Sophia blueprints. This is divine message that is coming through. Tapo ukashikina maashakina alakatale ikatar lasha. Lasha intedoi meki rasha. Tamo shamo katale ikapata ishakina. Shakina ma'ashana mata. Thank you, Divine, with a grateful heart. And I always mention with a grateful heart because it's not saying that you don't understand ego, you don't understand even authenticity, but it's alignment. Are you balanced back that masculine and feminine energy, such as the blue and the red kachina within you? You have to find that balance, which such as the Libra scales. Because if you look at the depiction, the Libra scales are placed in the heart chakra, which is weighed against the feather of truth. So if the cosmic laws was segregated from the from the planet and the cosmos, such as what I understand with the sphere of Amenте, it was removed at least about 3 occasions on this planet. That's why we fell in a denser reality. And in that, we have to rise back to know our authentic, multidimensional self, because this is who we are, right? We are not separate from divine source. Like, I love Lumerian practices. Like, one thing I always remember from Lumeria, you are co-creating with divine. So always be in a gratitude with that divine source energies within you. Balance it within you. Because the same, I always mention this to myself, the same energies that can create you can destroy you as well. Because if you are out of balance, you would maybe experience certain things in a duality more in your fields. Like, maybe for me, it was out of body experiences, a lot of traumatic stuff, and I had to balance back that within my force field, because in understanding the 11 energies, we have deep layers like an onion. So we have to go back to the core, and they are drawing me back to like what Ashiana Dean mentioned about the 15-dimensional time matrix, right? The phantom matrix is feeding off the original 15-dimensional time matrix. So when you reach even up to the 11.5, there is a battle between duality. The 12, the 13, the 14 is actually like ascended masters level, where you can truly attain bliss then. But we all have to work as a collective consciousness under the law of one, because we all are ascending together as a collective through that beautiful divine sphere of Amenте. We can anchor it within our heart space, that blue silver ray, that divine amore flame of the gold, the violet, and the blue flames. Because if you look at Joshua, or I would say Mother Mary depictions, they always have the flame in the heart in a flames. So that sacred flame is your representation of your divine light or your divine spark within you. So always cherish that divine light. It's also a representation of your chakras, your azurite points, your, how do I say, how that's a representation of your stargates as well, because that's your portal to connect inwards as well as outwards. And sometimes you may experience distortions. Like for me, it was more in my lower aspect, because when I experienced a soul split, I had a split between the sacral, the root, and the solar. And it took me a very, very long time to learn how to balance back here. It still does, because I am partly of a more of an air aspect in my charts. So I connect very easy. I can fly away very easy. And it's something that we have to learn how the elements work as well. What is earth teaching us? Stability. Are we stable? Are we grounding that lotus flower through our roots? We have to sink it in, even into the muddiest of the earth, and we have to shoot our buds through the water and ocean, absorb that nutrient and open that bud to the sunlight, and release a sweet fragrance to the air. So we are merging with our elements within our DNA, our Christo Sophia DNA within each and every one of us. So the more we activate our DNA strand together as a collective, it's the more we ascend to our authentic, organic Christo Sophia blueprint. Shakata akashakinama ashanamata alaham kirasha. Thank you, divine. Alaham kirasha means I am the divine remote. That's Anuhazi Mu light language. That's the original language of the soul essence. That's our first language that we spoke. And it's amazing, like learning more about kenotic science and all these things, right? When we incarnate here, we were taught different languages such as like English, Spanish, French, and our soul essence have our own unique language or coding. So I may be connected to Anuhazi or Syrian, and someone else may be connected to Pleiadians. But it's a beautiful way of conversing from your star planet, from your higher self, from that divine source energy. And I see it very near in the future, in the golden age. This is us being in our authentic form. We don't have to, how to say, be stifled in society that does not, how do I say, fit in. We can be free, truly freedom. And that's one thing I mentioned to myself. Like every time when I was going through something, I always mention, Alicia, I don't want anything, I don't want money, I don't want fame or anything. I just want freedom. Like I felt like I was trapped inside a box. Like, you know, it's like when you have to detach from everything, you even have to understand what's the purpose of these things that are appearing in your life. You have to look at this point. Like for me, when I had my first NDE and I detached even from a aspect of the physical body or the physical plane, when I came back, I was like, where am I? Who am I? What am I? Like I felt like part of me had dissolved then, right? And when I came back, I saw like on a soul essence that each one of us, whether we consider them our family, our friends, like maybe a mother, father, sibling, these are individual souls in their own inner universe, having their own frequencies that they need to overcome then to merge with their authentic self. So some may be stuck in organized religion, some may be stuck in trauma-based response, some may be stuck in an ego aspect of physical and materialistic gains such as money and fame and stuff like that. But when you truly detach, I always mention this, detachment is good for the soul, attachment is good for the ego. It has a duality and it also has a polarity. It also needs the balance as well, because we can be spiritually abundant in the higher realms such as the etheric and the astral, and the physical we are poor, but we still have to get by in the physical as well. And it's a shift as well that we are shifting within ourselves, because when I look at some of the new age movement then, right? Yes, you are divinely awakening, but you are still having an aspect of ego when you are attaching monetary funds to certain things. Because if you are truly to embody the 5D consciousness frequency and above, there's no such thing as money on that plane. It's basically energy frequency. It's basically how you co-create with divine God source, with that spark within you. Because you can, how do I say, you can fly to different dimensions. You don't have to walk. You can shapeshift. You can do anything. So what's the purpose of money? Money is just basically on the physical plane for financial needs, on the physical plane to teach us stability, right? But we don't need the world of money, because we need the world of love. We need the world of unity. We need the world of respect and peace. When others can content that within themselves, they can truly say they have ascended to the D5 or the D4 Amore rainbow bridge path, because there is a bridging process as well. Because what I understand from the Guardian's teachings, um, we have, because of so much splits with the earth and amnesia and memory wipeout and stuff, because of how often it's about 3 times the sphere of Amenте was removed and it had catalysm on earth, that we had to fall into denser energy. So we had a lot of, how to say, distortions in our field. So when we remember our true tribal feel of the fire letter Anuhazi Mu, light activation, we are activating our organic crystal Sophia blueprint. So when you listen like on a soul level to activate, because you are activating that divine rainbow frequency within you, right? because we are the rainbow. Because when you see a beauty, I was like a kid, even an adult presently, that I'll be the one that chase rainbows and butterflies and all these things. And people will ask me like, how does those things make you happy? And you're not chasing wealth and fame and stuff like that. It's not like you're not educated. I was working engineering and architecture. I love working with kids and stuff like that. But these some of these materialistic stuff did not brought me satisfaction then, right? It's the simplest thing in
Mm-hmm.
nature, like how Mother Nature communicates to us. Like I would light up, my heart would light up. I would start to smile and giggle. My inner child would come out when I see a rainbow in the sky, because I know we are activating within. We are all activating as one, because we are that divine rainbow flame, because we're going to light up that divine rainbow of because we are all the different colors. That's why they took like autism and ADHD and dogmated it into like a rainbow spectrum. And it's actually us as indigos, blue rays, rainbow crystallines children, that we are of the rainbow spectrum then, that came to this planet to learn to raise the frequency and the consciousness. We also came to experience what it is to be in a human form as well, right? Because there's a lot of limitation, and the limitations goes with the ego or the shadow aspect. But once you can conquer that within yourself, you can truly embodiment the golden age then, as I would love to say, because we are truly free. Because no one wants to be paying taxes in the golden age. No one wants to be having to listen to someone who is authoritative over you. You are free, you are sovereign, you are a monad being. Why
Mm-hmm.
should you have to be dogmatic to rules and regulations for? You have to be in alignment and authenticity to your divine cosmic laws, because the universal laws is what stand, not what governmental laws or what man-made laws are. It's the divine universal cosmic law, such as cause and effect, such as polarities, masculine and feminine, such as and I think that aspect, what got segregated from the planet, in terms that we had to experience such a level of denser energies, and such as I was diving a bit deeper into why they had placed seals or targets on the left hemisphere of the body, which is signification of the crucifixion of Christ, which was like the Templar seals, the J seals, and all these things. And it was really to suppress like the divine feminine, because the left side of the body is indicated as a divine feminine aspect. The right side is indicated as a divine masculine. For me, being incarnated in this lifetime as a lefty, and I grew up in a very right-handed home, a kind of bit of organized religion, I would say. But, nevertheless, I still follow true to my heart's desire. I love being a lefty. I love being unique. I see the world different. Like I would see it through colors, sacred geometries, and I could truly understand creativity and innovation. Can we tap into that imagination? That's the fun of being with your both energies merging, because masculine energies are more like logical, thinktive, analytical, and that's what
Mm-hmm.
Atlantis era was like, right? Because they were high technology, very beautiful civilization, right? But when they removed the crystals, which are like Lemurian crystals, and took it to Sirius B, the civilization sank, right? Because they were stuck in high ego. They were not balancing back with the feminine aspect, which is like your creativity, your intuition, your nurturing empathic abilities, right? A lot of beings can feel that empathic emotion, but your empathic emotion is connected to your emotional chakra, which is your sacral chakra, your cosmic womb. So if you are not healing the waters or the crystal Sophia, um, the blueprint within your blood or your plasma, you how would you activate your DNA strands, right? Because we are all part of that divine element. So that's why, like, when Atlantis fell, in that frequency, part of the elementals was stuck in the D4 chakra. So, such as the etheric being, such as the animals, such as the air, earth, fire, water elementals who controls the atmosphere and balance, such as the fairies, because the fairies are the organic architects with divine source to co-create reality like what we are experiencing, right? Because divine would come true to give us the image of a beautiful flower, but we might know the spirals of the flower, how much petals or what color it's going to be, right? So we have to be in gratitude to that divine essence within us, because it's a beautiful experience to co-create with divine, right? Because imagine how much beautiful flowers we can have in a garden. We don't have to have one type. Imagine we can have intergalactic ones, flowers that we have never seen, right? So for this beautiful golden age, let's light up that beautiful flower garden on earth, starting with our divine Amore hearts, you know? So one day you may be a buttercup, one day you may be an orchid or a lotus or a rose, your choice. So, we are all beautiful, and I love that you mentioned we are imperfect but perfect, unique in our own way. I love that. That resonates a lot with me, and I'm grateful for that. I just want to say thank you for giving me this opportunity. And, keep shining, Opal. You're beautiful inside and out. I love what you do. I love all the great work and the positivity, the energies, because we are one. And keep shining, all you beautiful butterflies. Regardless if others project what they think is hidden within them, one day the truth will be revealed to each and every one of us, right? And we already knew that.
That's right.
Yeah. So be in alignment and authenticity to your divine essence, no one else, because you are co-creating your own universal reality with divine, right?
And everyone is just a mirror of you anyway,
Yeah. It's
honestly.
yeah, true. Yeah, it's like you can tell someone what you've been through, but they wouldn't truly understand unless they were experiencing that as well, right? So you have to understand how you flow with the empathic energies, especially as an 11, we are very emotional, high conduit of 11 energies. And that was really distorted on the planet, I would say, even amongst 11s too, because we would experience all the denser energies and having to declutter, right? Like I am in contact with some other 11s life paths, and I noticed like we had like huge egos that we need to dissolve. And the only way we can dissolve is to go back to that state of innocence and true detachment, because we are such ancient souls. We are like the ascended masters. 11s, 22, and 33s are the incarnations of the higher realms, which are like the polaric, akashic, and maharatic shields, then, right? Because they are embodiment of the 12, 36, and 48 divine crystal Sophia DNA strands. That's why we were, how to say, we were considered like the black sheep, the outcast. They were labeled like, oh, you autistic, you ADHD, you schizophrenic. No, we are not. We are just seeing the world for what it is, because we are so sensitive to the energies that, because who wants to be in an organized society that you do the same thing over and over and over? Everyone wants to be free. I always tell myself I'm the little rebel. I'm not going to listen to anything. So
That's right.
I'll be the rebel and break free from it all. That's your opinion. That's your projection. I want to be free. I want to fly. I want to go different places, you know? And it's something that's beautiful with our inner child because, your inner child is so curious, like a little child will observe every single thing and question it and ask divine. And you would watch and observe, like, why are they doing this? Right? But do you know they are co-creating with divine through play, through interaction, through love? That's how they learn. That's actually how they grow, not through, say, implementing what others learn into them, such as I mentioned, like when we incarnated in this realm, right? We were taught how to walk, how to crawl, how to read, or what way to follow based on our upbringings, right? But even as we grew older, a lot of traumatic or empathic um, stuff stays with a child until it's 7 years, right? So whatever the trauma has been through, it comes like it's stuck within your inner child. So you have to declutter that too. Do you want to follow a organized program, or do you really want to be free? Because why would you tell a child who may be lucid dreaming or astral projecting, stop that and follow this society way, sit in a school system and follow this way? And it's like a cage. You're putting a cage on someone who wants to be free. It's not right, right? So this is why we all here as light workers, light beings of divine, to break free from that cage, that how to say, frequency fence, because we are truly free and one with divine. Always remember, you are divine monad being, an organic Christos Sophia Amore avatar of light. You are not inorganic. So work with your divine essence of honoring and balancing your divine feminine and divine masculine energies in all chakras, in all planes, with gratitude, with gratefulness, with humility and innocence. Return to innocence. That's why I love the Lyra mentioned. Return to innocence. Return to that heart of the lion of the gold and silver ray. Return to purity on your physical, mental, emotional, astral, etheric templates. Paisha kita likatalu ukikana laisha kina. Taisha intadoi, Taisha intadoi, Taisha intadoi. Makashakina maashana mata. Alaham ki rasha, Alaham ki rasha, Alaham ki rasha. Thank you, Divine, with a grateful heart. I send each and every one of you a beautiful big heart hugs. Always remember to smile. Remember that joy, that happiness from inside. Give yourselves a big hug. Tell yourself these things every day. I am sorry if I hurt myself. Like, I would mention this every day I do grounding work or anything like that. I am sorry. I start with myself, because if I am the divine universe, I have to forgive my aspects of my fragmented pieces. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. And I love you. You need to tell, because self-love is something that was not taught to us. We have to figure it out from within. So love that divine universe you are. Love yourself. You are not the projection where others are projecting over you. They are just reflecting their fragmented pieces of, how to say it, with their inner child. So we need to come as a collective and heal that inner child. Be one with our inner child. That's the only way we can ascend to the D4 or the D5 Amori rainbow heart of the gold and silver ray. Return to innocence, return to purity, return to the lion heart. That's why I love the Persons of Camelot. It mentions that, and it resonates deep as well. So I must say thank you for this. Keep shining. I love you all. Parika Shakuna Mashato. So we're going in, we're taking it with a blast from the underworld to the upper world. We're going in as one into the golden age. Unity, respect, peace, harmony, balance, love. Love, love, love. Love thyself first, love others as well. Reflect that inner light. Paki koto ay katalikita. Lasha intadoi katalikita la ako shakina. Shakina ma ashana mata. Alahamki rasha kita pole ipatale pale kita. Peshikina ma ashana mata. Alahamki rasha. Alahamki rasha. Alahamki rasha. Ground that divine blue and silver, that gold, that violet flame into the core of Gaia, into the mother's heart. Give it with peace, love, and balance. Feel that mother's love. Feel that father's love. Feel that universal love within your heart as we light up that rainbow together as one. Kaisha katatelekita, tali inama ala katalekina, rasha intedoi meki rasha, shamo shamo shamo, pale pale pale, katele katele katele, maashana mata, booshi kina, maashana mata, alahamki rasha, alahamki rasha, Alahamki Rasha. Thank you, Divine. 1111.
Yes,
Let's
here we
open
go.
that door.
This is for the 8th chakra, guys.
On the Orion, the Uriya Kumnare. Om Medai Patuma Patuma Editare Om Medai Patuma Tritila Idurama Tritila Idurama Ekemta Ekuna Om Medai Patuma Om Medai Patuma Om Medai Patuma Patuma Edita Ekuna Om Medai Patuma Tretila Iduruna Tretila Iduruna Duruna Ekemta Ekuna Om Medai Patuma Om Medai Patuma Om Medai Patuma Patuma Edita Ekuna Om Medai Patuma Tretila Idurna Tretila Idurna Durna Ekanta Ekuna Om Medai Patuma.
Beautiful. Machiwa. Love it. Love
There we
you all.
go. Have a beautiful day, everybody. Namaste. My soul knows your soul, and I love you, angels.
Love you
Keep
too.
shining.
Namaste. Machiwa.